So I think like anybody who goes through a traumatic experience, for the most part, you don't have time to stop and think about how we're going to do it. You just start doing it. My life got turned upside down, like many people's do, on a dime. Andrew got sick at 11 weeks. He went through 3 transplants. Almost his whole life was in the hospital. He was the happiest, like joyful, giggling, like little teddy bear you ever had met. I mean, he laughed and smiled his whole life. I mean, he was unbelievable. And I remember midway through this process of all these tests, they said, it might be this really rare immune thing, but you don't want that. Ultimately, we did get the diagnosis, hemophagocytic lymphohistiocytosis, right? Like, hello, Google. And Matthew obviously was my firstborn, so, it's hard because I missed a lot of time with Matthew when I was in the hospital with Andrew. One of the last things he said, he wanted to see his preschool teacher and his friends. He was just a sweet, sweet boy. And I always wonder, like, what he'd be like today. He's my firstborn, He's what made me a mom. I didn't know anything about immune deficiency, bone marrow transplant, be the match, being a donor, nothing. I knew nothing. As our journey started and unfolded over several years, all of a sudden I came to know what this organization was that was like going to potentially save my kids' lives. Ultimately, Matthew and Andrew didn't survive, but I always tell people I am indebted to the National Marrow Donor Program because they gave them an opportunity. They were just 2 children who were loved and that were happy and that didn't get to live very much life. But I won't let the death be the last thing, right? Like, I don't want the last thing you ever think of Matthew or Andrew to be was at their life service. When you are helping other people, I have found the best way to not always be consumed under that cloak of grief is to focus on other people. I signed up when they started the advocacy ambassador legislative team. I signed up because I'm always looking for things with Be the Match. I mean, I'm always like, whatever you need, I'm your girl. Like, I love the group, right? I want to do anything I can. I learned it just by trial and error, and that's what I learned. We all have this really powerful story, and if you're given the opportunity, which is what Be the Match gave me, they gave me the opportunity to share my story. And if it impacts somebody, which hopefully it does, right, and legislators and politicians to make effective change, then it's worth it. And I do have the power in this situation because I'm going to come talk about something that not only is everybody's worst nightmare, but, I have experience with it and I have knowledge with it. And I've worked on getting a pediatric drug through trial. And I've done many things in this arena to try to help, save lives or improve the outcome of lives. And so I started to realize, no, I have the power in this situation because I'm the expert on it. And it's doing something good in the honor of my children. They don't have the opportunity to live now. I have that opportunity and that gift to honor them, and that's what I am trying to do. Advocacy means speaking up when you have the opportunity about something that you can, right? Like, so I can speak about the importance of getting on the registry, about sharing your story because I've lived it and I'm doing it. The only thing worse than losing your kids is thinking they've been forgotten. So starting the foundation and doing this work is the way they live on. That's really what I tell people. I don't want your pity. I want you to use that to do something good. So if me sharing this story gets you to do that in some capacity, then I'm honoring them. That's their legacy.